Hey everyone, it's Nathas. Today I'm going to have a last winter spoiler stream with Gambit184. I'm so used to calling you by Carl Testa that I almost went through. I forgot about what your actual username was. Um, but yeah,
That's
thanks for
all good.
coming. How you doing,
Yeah,
Carl?
thanks, man. I'm good, good. Yeah, looking forward to this.
Yeah, this will be fun. It's like so. Carl's actually from my local scene in Connecticut, and it's been a while since we played. So like, it's been a long time coming that we got a game in, and it's fitting that we're getting to do a spoiler stream together. But yeah, so basically what we did today and how we're kind of doing this stream. So I've shown Carl the decks that I've picked, and I'm going to quickly go over the decks that I've picked as well with the stream, just kind of to show what I have here. I told Carl to kind of have an idea of what he thinks the spoiler might be from these two decks, which honestly, there's a lot that you could guess from. It's kind of maybe hard to narrow down just from this. We're going to play two games tonight. After the first game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Carl the cards specifically in these two decks, which are the reasons why I built them. And then from there, after the second game, I'm going to show the spoiler and we'll see how close Carl was to what the spoiler actually was. So the deck here I have, it's a red-green deck. It's got a Firestorm, a Flame Sculptor Seal, a Master, a Mangus, a Rageborn Eruptor with a Scorchmane Dragon, a Spirit Golem Conclave, Stout Warstoker, a Uromanti Elementalist, and a Volcanic Warhound. So it's got ways to kind of push some damage, a couple things that might synergize with mages, it's got ways to play free spells, and so on. On the other half, I have a Betrayer Ator, Thunder Titan, a Brashful Hunter, a Ferocious Patriarch, a Roaring Elk, Savage Oath, Palisand, Toxic Basher, Utera Charger, Uterodon Nest, and a Wolfstar Jin. So there's kind of some aggressive cards. There's an Ator Betrayer, which is cool, and there's a few interesting things that where I think there's a couple things that Carl might narrow down on into where he thinks we're going with this. So based on this deck, Carl, and what you've seen, and I know like I only gave it to you a little before the stream. Do you have kind of a guess of what the theme of the spoiler might be and kind of why I put these two
Yeah,
together?
yeah. Well, I mean, what's most conspicuous about the Utera deck is the Betrayer Ator, certainly, and Ator's ability to move Exalts is pretty interesting. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of creature or spell that allows you to move Exalts, and then in addition, the Rageborn Eruptor is a creature that gets attack based on how many Exalts there are. So maybe this is like a combination of something where you can move Exalts, but then also increase attack or something like that.
All right, interesting. So I think that's an interesting guess. One thing I will say is there you either are right on track with the Ator being the reason why I pulled this, or maybe I picked it as a red herring. So I guess you'll see after the
Hmm.
first game if you're right. But I like your theory, is what I will say. But I'm not gonna tell you if it's anywhere close to right.
Cool, cool.
Awesome. And then, so looking at your deck, you also went with red green. So basically, I did not tell Carl anything about the spoiler as well. So I was just like, bring something fun, bring something cool. And I like how we do have a couple cards that overlap. So it would be pretty funny if those were the cards that I told you that I built around to, just in happenstance. But
I just opened both of these today from the same booster, so it's kind of like a little sealed
that's
deck.
awesome. And I love the Arboris Krogius together. All right, cool. So are you ready to start up?
Yeah.
All right, so let me start the game here. And it's funny, I've been meaning to play this green deck for a while. It's something that like I ended up trading for actually, and it's just nice to finally get an opportunity to play it. So I will start. Um, sure. I'll start with the Ator. Might as well. So when I do, I get to play a Cloud Rift, which I will drop here. So when one of my creatures in this lane deals damage or damages the enemy player, I get to transform it. It's funny, I don't even remember what Sky Conduit does on the other side because I've never actually played an Ator. When one of your creatures in this lane damages the enemy player, deal that much damage to an enemy creature. Interesting. Okay, that'll be cool. I like this. Maybe I need to
Okay.
play this
Okay.
deck more often. Alright, then to you.
All right. I'm going to do. Let's see here. Hmm.
And while you're thinking, More Than Most has a pretty good theory as well. He said, so this week we've been seeing exalts as reveals that interact with energy counters. We already have one that deals damage to creatures, so I'm guessing we'll see one that has to do with movement. So I think that's an interesting guess, and we'll see if you're
Mm,
right as we continue.
mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking about this too
Oh yeah,
much.
no, take your time. There's no rush.
Yes, I'm gonna do this.
Oh man. Man, this is very much not what I want to do. I had like a whole plan this turn, and I feel like you might have ruined it because that charge mammoth is so strong. Am I just gonna let us trade the board here? I think so. I feel like I'd be stupid not to. I think I'm just gonna firestorm here.
Mm, all right.
I hate that you made me do that. I just want to let you know.
Well, this is fitting because I have the
A
creature
firestorm as
equivalent.
well. No,
No, I
that's
have
also
the.
true. All right, I respect it. So the one thing I will
All
say
right.
is I had the Rageborn Eruptor, and I was so excited to be like Ator in the Rageborn and have a breakthrough that might flip right away, and then you broke my heart, Carl.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right, so we're each taking 4, and then mine will die. Are you sure you want to pick that one?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, makes sense.
I don't need Ator. I got Windspark right here.
You're right.
All right. Shard plate.
Hmm, that's kind of annoying. I do this first. I guess that's fine. I'll play a Flame Sculptor Seal, and I'll kill the Windspark Elemental, and then to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Wish you had a creature here,
I
but
hate
you may
you.
play a spell.
That was my only spell.
Ooh, Value Town.
That is Value Town.
Question is, what else do I want?
Wisp, wisp, wisp.
Uh, I mean, I guess I'll get a zombie. Well, it's probably gonna die.
Is that it?
Yep.
Hmm. So at this point, I could do that. Ooh, that's tough. I might regret that, but I think we're gonna do it anyway. If I do this for that, I think I want this to live. So we're gonna start by playing a Taliesin here, and I'll activate. So you may play something for free than me.
Okay.
Um, am I willing to take that much? So I could do this, or I could do this. I think probably flipping that's more important. I'll play a Brashful Hunter here. Deploy, I'll have these two battle, so this will take one. And then taking a little bit of a risk here, but I want to flip this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking 9-17. And then this dies. This flips. Alright.
Cool.
See how much I regret that move. Okay. I guess that's not horrible. If I do that and I hit that. I will start with a Fleet Master. I'm debating what I'm going to hit with the 3 damage. I think it's going to be the body. I think we're going to go Behemoth here.
Mm-hmm.
And then to you.
Okay. Replace that with the Pterodon Mauler.
Whatever. That's a card I was not thinking of. I think I'll start with an activation here.
Okay. Um, deal 3 to Taliesin.
Right. I will drop an Icelands Mangus. Debating where I'm putting this. Guess we'll drop this here. I'm going to activate to deal damage to the Behemoth. And then I will, for my play... Am I willing to take all 8 is the question. Maybe. Yeah, we're going into the next cycle. I'll go Ferocious here. I'm going to take the risk. So it gets 3 armor. And then 2.
Hmm. Okay. If you deal 5 to me, you can deal 5 to something here. Uh, I think I'll take a risk. Well, that's 10. 10, and I lose a creature. Yeah, maybe I'll do this instead.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so I'm taking 5.
I'll take 8. This will take 4. Yours only takes 3.
Oh, right.
And yours will take 1. And these will trade. So I'm trying to think if this triggers the way. So when one of your creatures damages the enemy player, which this deals damage on the sleigh, it should still deal, right?
Yeah, you could deal 2, yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm just trying to make sure with the whole shambling and everything like that. And like, so it's whenever one of your creatures damages the enemy player, which the sleigh does, the trigger will go because it still slays while it's there. It sees it. So yeah, it would batch, and then I'll be able to deal 2 to something.
Mm-hmm.
So you take 2 off of this if you didn't already. And then I will kill the behemoth. And then you get to give something +2/+2. Alright.
Cool. It's +1 for 1
Mm-hmm.
exalt.
I think we just have to start with this. I kind of want to do this second. What's your ability? Yeah, we have to safety vault here. Or safety net. Just 7 damage should be okay.
Whoa.
Part of me wanted to do it in the second ability or second turn, but then I kill whatever I play. It wasn't worth it.
Hmm. Ever have any creatures?
That's true. I'll play Flame Sculptor Seal to kill that. Actually, it's a deploy, so it's not dead till after. So this will come in. The deploy will be on the batch, but the deploy ability will happen after your thing. So if you have a pump, for example, you could pump your thing.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna play Utered on this,
Yep.
so
And now it takes
1.
5. Let's see, what am I gonna play here? Is that it, by the way?
Yeah.
At this point, no matter what I play is gonna die. So I might as well level this up. So this is a fun card. I've never actually played this card before either.
Mm.
So I'll play the Jin. And then damage they trade.
Thrilling.
Oh, I know. Interesting. I'll start with a Ferocious Patriarch here. It'll get +5 armor this turn. And then 2.
Okay.
So, oh, I missed a bunch of comments because I wasn't even looking. So let me look back real quick. So more than most mentioned that other energy counter ideas aren't exalts is a creature with mobility, and when it moves to a lane with an exalt, had an energy counter to it. That would be a really cool card. We'll see if that's right. He also wrote that looks like Eric put out a new reveal just before the stream. A stealth creature with Exalted. When opposing creature comes into play, it gains Defender this turn. So yeah, I would say definitely anyone who's watching, make sure to also check out Justice Blinded's YouTube channel. So he put out a spoiler right before that. Definitely is a really cool card. I don't want to go into too much detail because I want people to go watch his video as well. But I would say it's a really interesting card that I would definitely check out. And then Cardboard Newt's like red versus green. Red versus green is at the beginning of Dino Week. Got to play all the dinos. It's important. so, so we'll see if this is all a ruse and it's actually just a dino deck that I'm playing. So you played the Patriarchs. Okay. I see how it is. Huh. There's a part of me that wants to drop this there. But I don't want to waste this. But I need to get rid of that. Yeah, I guess that's unfortunately how I have to do this. So I'm going to play a Taliesin here. So we got the pull. And when I play the mage in this lane, I'll deal 5 damage to your Oakfather. Then I will activate Taliesin. So you may play a spell or card, then I may play a card.
Okay. Um, Energy Surge.
Yeah.
Raid my Spirit Golem.
Is that it?
Yep.
You may have rewarded me because I have a Toxic Basher. So I will give that
Nice.
-2, this +2, and then also it gets +4/+4 from the Patriarch.
Oof. That's rough.
And then 2. As soon as you put it there, as soon as it did energy search, I was like, "Oh, please, please, please put it in the Sky Conduit lane."
Hmm. Do I go for, let's see, you're dealing 16 here. Put me down to 20. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this.
Are you sure? Because the Toxic Basher is just gonna kill it after combat because of the conduit.
It's fine. I just
Ah,
want the 6.
makes sense. All right, so these two trade. You take 16, I take 6. And then I'll deal 10 to that. This card's really good. I should play it more often.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
I have to keep reading it to make sure I'm playing it right. I'm like, I feel like I'm doing something not right. Cardboard Newt's like, wait, I recognize this green deck because I ended up picking this one up off of one of the people from their local community, Jesse. This is,
Oh.
yeah, so it's funny because Cardboard Newt actually brought this to me at Gen Con. So it has cooties all over it.
Let's see here.
They said they licked it before giving it to me.
I guess I'll just put this here.
Oof, all right. Um, this is not how I thought I was going to use this card, but this is definitely what I have to play here. Right? Yeah. I'll go Utera Charger to have it fight that to deal 5. And 2.
Okay. The end of cycle 2. So I'll deal 5 to the basher and activate and gain a measly 2.
All right. The question is, I don't think I have enough right now to just because I could do with Gale Surge 12 plus 8, so I could do 20. That Nova's Bounty definitely. Oh, I guess technically. Okay, if I play that and then I play this, I think I actually got there. So I'll start by activate to get my creatures to attack this turn to get mobility 1. I will mobility this here. And then I will play New Pterodon Nest to give this +3/+3.
Nice.
Just enough.
That was great.
That was close, because, yeah, I'm going down to 8. And then, yeah, wow.
It's 3 or whatever.
Oof. All right. So you saw one of the 2 cards that was important for this build. Which one do you think was the one that you saw that was one of the build around cards?
Oh, you mean in terms of what I saw you play?
Yeah, of the so out of the so I built this deck around 2 specific cards, which will kind of tell a little bit about what my spoiler is. So I want you to kind of guess which one of the 2 was the one that I played for this game, and then I'll tell you what the other card was as well.
Um, I'll still say that it was Ator.
All right, that's right. So Ator was one of the cards. So I actually had Ator in my hand as well. I just didn't get to play it. Part of me wanted to just for the flavor of it, because that's like one of the cards I built the deck around.
Mm-hmm.
The other card I didn't actually see until right now, but it was your Elementalist. So
Mm.
basically, what I will say are the 2 cards that are very important to why I built this deck and why the spoiler, or to what the spoiler may be, is Ator and your Elementalist. So now that I've told you that, what do you think? Do you stand behind what your guess was? Do you think that there's something different? Um, what do you think kind of the spoiler might look like?
So yeah, so I think I'm guessing now that it's maybe more an exalted ability that allows you to play free spells or play a free exalt.
Interesting.
Um, yeah.
All right.
Um, yeah. Maybe play or move. Maybe you have a maybe you have a choice.
Interesting. All right. I like your thought process. So what I will say is let's do one more. After that, if you have time for one more,
Yeah,
let's play
yeah.
one more and then we'll go through the card and see how close you were.
All right, cool, cool.
All right. So yeah, and then also Cardboard Newt just put their theory in the chat. They said it's a warrior Yeti mage with deploy. If this replaced the creature, play a level 1 spell for free. You may play Cloud Rift. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So let me restart this. I'm gonna play the same deck. You're welcome to play the same, or you're welcome to play something different. Um,
I'll play something a little different but similar flavor.
I will say I feel like variance definitely got me there, because I thought you were definitely going to destroy me that game.
Oh, I think the 2 firestorms were super valuable.
But yeah, that firestorm definitely turned the tides.
Hmm. Yeah, that was really really good. And actually also sort of forgot about Gale Surge as kind of the Sunder version of Lightning Speed.
Yeah,
Um, that's interesting.
Gale Surge is a really strong card, or a really strong ability.
Yeah, let's see. What is my?
Oh no, I
I'm
forgot to
gonna
check
try
about
this.
fantasy football. I think that game starts soon. While you're setting up, I'm gonna quickly make sure I don't have anyone playing today.
Oh, sure, sure.
Um, we're all set there. Sorry for the delay.
No worries.
And then we are all set here. I'll check the last one as we're setting up. So, are you good to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's start the game. Ooh, Betrayer Carapace. Ooh, I like this red deck a lot. Got the
Yeah.
Elementalist, you got the Infocus, you got the Thunder Crash. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff here.
Delver.
Or, I don't like that. I will. Why not? I'll start with the Thanatos
Dino.
Patriarch. Yeah.
Dino battles. Here we
I
go.
was gonna say Cardboard Newt's probably sitting there like, yes! Well, unacceptable. um, I guess we shall. They're like, my cats don't like the air horn. I'll play an Ator and I'll drop this here.
Okay.
Alright, so this will take 5. And then I'll take 1 because of the 3
Take
armor.
take that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I really hope I draw the whatever. I can't even remember the name of the card right now. The one that's 3 damage to an enemy creature.
Flame Sculptor.
There we go. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Well, I will say, kind of want to play that there, but I'm gonna do it. Play Toxic Basher, so this will get +2 and yours will get -2.
No.
Then 2.
Uranti Elementalist. And I'm going to play a... let's see. Fireheart Idol.
Well, I was not expecting you to play your Aranti Elementalist, to be honest.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Anything but that. Because now the play that I'm going to make is just going to hurt me. But I'm still going to make it because it'll level stuff up that I want. So I'm going to replace the Ator with my own Uranti Elementalist. And I was so ready to Firestorm, which I think I still play it to level it. Even though, actually, hold on. Maybe I don't here because it's like, that's greedy. Maybe I just don't replace. Hold on. Let me think about this for 1 second before I make a rash decision. That's only going to hurt me. Because now my creature dies. This is at 1. Now my creature would die. I think I just play the Uranti Elementalist alone and I don't Firestorm. As much as I hate it.
Okay.
And then to you.
Play
Nice.
the Thunder Crash, and then
Yeah,
Fireheart
counter.
goes up.
Yeah, and Fireheart's a cool one with all the new things that put energy counters on Exalts. Because it just
Oh,
says that
yeah.
this has X or more counters. So you could pop this quicker than expected. Alright. So this will take 1. Yours will take 4. This will take 4. Okay, you take 1, and then you'll take 4 more off of this.
Yeah.
Oh, you already
So,
took it, yeah. Oh,
total.
no. Alright. And it looks like More Than Most came up with an idea. So an Exalt that has 2 energy counters on it, and it says activate when your next spell or ability deals damage to a creature or player, deal that much damage to another creature. Just getting the level 3 or the Yeti leveled is good. Yeah, I agree. Now I'm looking at that. Yeah, but I agree though that's a cool ability that may be it. It may not be. We'll find out shortly. All right.
Okay. Um. Hmm. Could also work.
And also for anyone new who may have tuned in, definitely after you watch this, go check out Justice Blinded's YouTube channel as well, because he also has a spoiler today, and it's definitely a really cool one. So I would definitely, I don't want to say anything about it now, just because I don't want to steal his thunder. So definitely go check out Justice Blinded on YouTube to see his spoiler as well. All right, Botanimate,
Yeah,
unacceptable.
I accept it.
Yeah, good. Um, well, it looks like Cardboard Newt also has digitized tonight. So what time is your game? So I could plug it. Where am I gonna put? I guess an hour from now. I'll do a Spirit Golem Conclave. It's been a while since I played this card, and I love this card a lot.
Yeah, that's a favorite.
Oh, it's a creature. It doesn't have to be a creature in that lane. So I'm gonna still give it there, but I might put this in the empty
Hmm.
lane. I always assume it's deploy in that same lane. So yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Um. Do I lock?
There's some trash talking going on about the digitized game in the chat right now. Because Sam was like, "I got digitized tonight in an hour," and X Ninja was like, "Against two Newt," and then Ankh Gaming come in and was like, "His worst nightmare," because I know Sam and Mundungu are playing against any two will do tonight. I'm so excited to watch Sam lose, but I'm sad that Mundungu is gonna lose.
All right, I'm gonna have this battle the Uranti Elementalist.
Yeah,
This goes up to 3.
it's 4 to get the thing right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the thing is, I could technically let that live. Do I care that much though? I think I just want to flip this thing. So we will Brashful Hunter here, and I might as well just have these two battle.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll take 6, and then this flips. I did have a Savage Oath, which would have been one of the first times I would ever play it on a warrior where it actually does the second buff and makes a difference, but I was like, not worth it. Um, I will. Oh, that's cool. All right. So I'm gonna play an Ator in this lane. So I'll have the when one of my creatures enters happen first. This will get +3, and then
Mm-hmm.
I can move and exalt to another lane. So I'll move this to this lane right here. That way I could do it again. I like that little synergy.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
All right, and then to you.
Okay. Um. 15 Bartok. Give the next creature I play +2/+2.
All right. I will. I'll go Brashful Hunter. I'll have this get +3. And then I'll have the Wisp fight the Bartok.
Okay.
And then 2.
Whoa, man. Renty Elementalist.
Yeah.
Gets +2.
So
Deals
I
you 2
take 2.
damage.
Yep.
And then I'm going to play. I'll play Botanimate on
Oh.
that, which I guess still makes a 5/2
So
list.
do you want to pick something different to Botanimate?
No, that's okay. This goes up to 4, and then I will deal 6 damage to that,
Yeah.
and 6 damage to you.
And you gained your 2, right? I don't think
I
so.
gain.
From
Oh,
your
from
Botanimate,
Botanimate?
yeah.
No.
And I take 6. All right.
I'm still taking 14 here.
That's right.
But my Bartok is still there.
And then for anyone new who's tuned in, so the 2 cards that I've built this deck around is Uranti Elementalist and Ator Thunder Titan. So there's been a couple theories of what the spoiler might be, but after this game, I will be showing what the spoiler is. So we'll see how close people are getting. All right.
Okay. One under the Thunder Crash Shield.
Unacceptable. All right, I will. I think we're starting with this. I'm gonna go. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. If I do this, maybe that's not worth it. Maybe I do this first, to then do this, play this, do this. That's a lot of effort for very little payoff. So instead, I think we're gonna play. This shouldn't be so hard. Yeah, we'll start with a Flame Sculptor Seal. We're gonna go 3 damage to your auntie. And then 2.
I'll first activate, give my creatures +2/+2. So that's 2 or 4 damage from the Thunder Crash fields.
Yes.
I'm going to play Ferocious Roar. My creatures +2/+2.
Oof.
Another 4 damage.
And then I'm gonna take 2 more.
2 more from the spell play.
That is brutal. I will do this. Also have that. Play this first. 6. Then I do this. That ruined my plan. I forgot that you had a different Nova. So that's 7. So I could do this first. Hit that for 3. Okay. So we're going to start with a Talisman. I'm going to go 3 damage to this. Then I will activate Talisman.
All right. By Carapace. Give this +3/+3. You take another 4.
Yeah. That was nasty. That's a good turn. My thing I'm going to play here is... So it's going to be that. Oh, that would have been smart. Hindsight's 2020. If I hit that for 5, then at least all trades. You're at that. I need that to die. So I'll save my thing. So I'll just play a Terra Charger here. I'll have these 2 fight. And then I think I just waste my ability. I'll Gale Surge here defensively. I'll move this here. And I will... I'm willing to take 9 to deal 11. That... No. We'll do it like this. We'll wipe the board.
All right.
In hindsight, if I moved first and then I played the Utera Charger, I could have given it the +3, then battled. But I forgot about that.
Oh, interesting.
All right. Okay. That's a lot. I think that's the plan here. And we'll go... Unfortunately, we're going to do it here instead of there. So I'm going to play the Rageborn Eruptor. It's going to get +1, 2, 3, 4, because there's 4 Exalts in play.
Oof.
And then 2.
I'll just throw the Utera Charger at
Oh, I hate you.
it.
I think I still play this, even though it's into nothing. It's just too good otherwise. So I'm just going to play the Spirit Conclave.
Mm-hmm.
And then just have it out. And then 2.
Hmm. Um. I'll just put the Thundersword here.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe not yet. Delver?
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
I'll drop a Fleet Master that gets +8.
Ooh,
And then 2.
Leady boy. Okay. +8. Okay, get an Oak Father. And I'm going to play like Carapace on the Delver.
Yeah.
6/6, right?
Yeah.
So my creatures get 3 armor.
Yeah, that's a really good move there.
And you take 2 from the Thunder Crash field.
Yes. So now what's my plan? I could at least still kill the Oak Father. So I think that has to be part of the plan. So I can mobility there, do that. And then jump a little bit. So I will start by mobility this to here. Then I will set this. Yes. Now drop that there. I could eat a little bit more, which no, we're not going to do that. We'll play an Iceland Magus here, so it's going to get +8. Then I'll drop the Spell Sprite, which will go here from the Master. Then I'll activate to deal 1 damage to a creature, which will be... It doesn't really
Thundersword,
mean...
Thundersword.
I'll just do it here, even though it doesn't make a difference. And that's what I got. So I'm going to take 0 here. I'm going to take 3 here on these trade. Then I'm going to take another 7. And yours takes 1 on the armor. This is going to be tough. Does this do anything? Yes. But is it enough? Potentially. I have to start. Yeah, I don't really have a choice. Oh, that's actually not a bad move. Alright, so we're going to go Spirit Golem Conclave here. So this will get +15. This one will get destroyed. Then I'll activate. I guess I'll deal 1 to the Delver. And then 2.
Roaring Basher, give him +3/+3. You take 2 damage.
Yes. So now I can do that into this. So I could get rid of one of your things. On the Basher's in the back, right?
Yes.
So I can at least let that simmer for a turn.
He was roaring, so I just thought that he would just...
No, for sure. I'm going to activate my Forgeborn ability to play a Spell Swarm. I think it has to go here, right? Because if I do this here, it gets plus 15. Then I can battle that. Or I could push over 14 with that. And I could kill this and let this live. This is a tough choice. I have to worry about all the buffs you've been doing. So if you have like a Ferocious Roar here, that's going to feel really bad if I don't do this way. So I'm going to play this here, give it plus 15 attack, so it goes to 18. Then I'm going to play... Are you playing the deck with Ferocious Roar? You are not. No, you are. Good. So I was going to say, if I'm playing around it and you don't even have it in the deck right now, that would have been pretty funny. I could technically... No, I can't anymore because of this additional defense. So then what I'll do is I'm going to go Brashful Hunter. I'm debating if I want to put it here. I think just in case you have the Ferocious Roar, I got to be smart. So I'm going to drop this here, and I'll have these two fight.
Okay.
And then two.
Interesting.
Oh, actually, you can't have the Ferocious Roar. Unless you have your Anti-Elementals or something as well.
Yeah, or did I play the cycle 2 already this?
Oh, I don't even know. I
Yeah.
should probably have been looking.
Yeah, I played the cycle 2 one already.
Okay.
In this next cycle. So this is dealing 7. This is dealing 28.
Like, there was a part of me that wanted to put the Spell Swarm here and then put the Brashful there and pump through 14, but I was just like, with all the pumping you've done, I was just like, I can't risk somehow
Yeah.
something happening.
I guess the numbers work out in my favor with the Terra Charger. Battle that and then battle this.
Yeah, that does work out. So then you'll take 2 off the sleigh. Then I'll take 3.
Okay.
No.
It's not too bad at this point. Firehard Idol.
Yeah, and that's your free thing, I assume? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, activate.
All right. Guess we will start with... Gotta be this. Can I risk? If I do that... I just wanted to get a buff. But it's not smart. I'm going to start with... As much as it kills me, I'm going to start with Ator here. Then I'm going to activate, and I'm going to move this here. And then 2.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good.
But
Magnavoris Mantis, activate, give my
yeah,
creatures +2/+2. Do you take 2 from the Thunder Crash field?
4.
Oh yeah, 4.
Uh-oh. All right. This might be the end of me, but we'll find out. The only way I can block two things is to drop this first, which that'll at least prevent that. I'll take a good amount. Alright, I guess we're gonna start by dropping a Taliesin here, and then I will unfortunately activate. That actually works out okay for me. So you can't buff it yet.
Yeah.
So I could live. And sometimes living is all you need. So then I will play a Rageborn Eruptor, which is going to get plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then plus an additional 15. So plus 25. So it's at 30.
Oh my god.
Alright, so then I'm going to take 3. This will take 8. This will take 10. And this will take 5. The thing is, you just need like... Oh, and this buffs, so I take 2. So I'm at 1. I'm sitting at a measly 1 right now.
Going into the 4th deck cycle. Okay.
What's my ability? Okay, so I could kill myself by playing my ability. I could technically move the Thunder Crash outside of the lane with my Ator, so maybe that's what I have to do. And then, no, because that's too much. What do I do? Do I have a chance? I guess if you play anything that buffs, what's your ability? Oh no! So I have to move this. I don't have a choice. I have to move the Thunder Crash, otherwise
You have
you
to
might have
move
to.
both of them.
You're right. You're right. Can I move one and kill the other? I guess technically yes, because if I move one, I activate my ability, deal 6 damage to each enemy creature. That'll help. So that's what we'll start with. So I'll start by activate Ator. I'll move this over to this lane, I guess. I'm definitely risking it here. We'll activate to deal 6 damage to each enemy creature.
Actually, that kills you because then. I
Yeah,
see.
that's
I
why.
see what
That's
you're
why I
doing.
had to move it.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah, yeah. So he
Um,
was at 7. What was he at?
I think it was at 8. I think it was at 3. I think it goes to 3 is what it was. So it was at 9. Definitely at 9.
Okay.
So this gets plus 6 attack. That dies. This gets plus 6. Okay, so that's there. And this also gets plus 6. Did you already give it? I don't think you did. Alright, so that's to start. Now I get to play a card, which will be... It's just too few. I'm trying to see if I could, like, somehow make this happen. I guess this has to go here. And then to you.
Thunder Crash.
Yeah.
And I get 3 Spell Swarms. Whoops. And the counter on Fireheart goes up by 1.
Yep. Anything else?
I won't activate it yet.
Why? Do it. Just kill me.
I, you're thinking so hard.
No, I was trying to see if there was any way, but then literally, if you put any creature in the Thunder Crash lane, it was gonna get a buff. So just do it. Kill me. Kill me.
There we go. Wee.
Yeah, I'm dead. The funny thing is, it's like this would have been so large, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh my god.
All right. So what I will say is, let me share my screen on Discord to you, so you can see the spoiler. So then, anyone have any last guesses on what they think it might be? So basically, here, let me just share this before to Carl. So Carl, just look at the Discord. Let me know if you could see the little
Oh yeah.
thing. All right, cool. So basically, like we said earlier, the two cards I built this deck around was Ator and Uranti Elementalist. So those are the cards that are kind of come to hint to this game, to hint to what my spoiler is. Um, so Carl, do you want to kind of re-say what you guessed for what you think the spoiler is?
Yeah, so let's see. Initially, my first guess was that it had to do with Ator,
Hmm.
and that it was perhaps a creature or spell that had the ability to move exalts.
Yep.
And also that like maybe Rageborn Eruptor was involved, but then you told me about Uranti Elementalist, so then I changed my guess to an exalted creature that has the ability to move or play exalts for free.
All right.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, and I will say that at least one of your guesses was very close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the level one. So the level one spoiler is Echoing Gale Carrier. So it's got a deploy
Mm,
ability for the Echoing and a deploy ability for Gale Carrier. So it's got deploy, you may move one of your exalts. And it's got deploy, if this replaced a creature, you may play a level one exalt for free. So, Carl, what are your thoughts on this just from looking at it before I make any comments for the level one?
Um, for the level one, yeah, I don't. I mean, so yeah, so it is a direct combination of Ator and um and Uranti Elementalist. Um, there's going to be so many. I feel like there's not going to be any regular spells almost in set three. It's almost going to be all exalts. Um, but I'm trying to think of like applications, and I'm sure there's like so many that we just haven't really figured out yet. But
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I could imagine it being good with like with even something like with the Cloud Rift, right?
yeah.
Like you wanna change where your creature is dealing damage, so you can move it around, and mm, yeah, so
Yes.
much.
So one thing to note. So first of all, it's really cool that this is an elemental. So with all the elemental synergy
Mm,
that's out there, I think this is going to be a really cool card. And just to confirm, echoing is the second ability. So that's when this replaced a creature, you may play a level one exalt for free. So that could be on any modifiable creature. So it's like you might have a really cool modified creature that also has the ability to just basically be at least at level one, a Uranti Elementalist for exalts. Stats wise, a 4/4 is okay. It's not something I'm writing home about, but being able to potentially move an exalt. So I assume that there's going to be no Nova Elementalist in set one, or sorry, not set one, in set three. So as a result, I would not expect this to really help with your Nova Elementalist Rumble Spark decks. But something like Cesarol, being able to move that the exalt that basically gives something stealth could be really
mm,
cool.
hmm
So that's kind of where the level one stands. I'm not going to go. Cardboard Newt was like, can confirm no Nova Elementalist in set one. Yeah, so this is the level one Echo and Gale Carrier. Also, I think the art's pretty cool with all like the totems around, like almost like a tornado like elemental. So this is
hmm
definitely cool art. Like it a lot. But let's look at the level two. Um, Also, what I will note, let me just bring up the message that Fledge sent me because he gave me the modifier. So echoing at level one gives +1/+1, and Gale Carrier at level one gives +3/+3 to the stats. So it's spoiler level two. Here is your level 2 Echo and Gale Carrier. So it's got deploy, you may move one of your exalts. It's also got deploy, you may play a level 1 or level 2 exalt for free. So far, both of these mirror exactly what you see out of both Ator for the ability to move exalts, and it also mirrors exactly your Anti Elementalist for exalts. So you only have to replace at the first point, which I think is really, really cool. So what are your thoughts before I kind of say anything?
I'm worried now. Yeah, so then it's gonna be is it going to be two activates? So now you have to choose which one you want to do instead of getting both.
Maybe.
Um, but yeah, it's like the Synapse Necromancer that was actually kind of sad when I thought it would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Although honestly, Synapse Necromancer, I love because the amount of times that I draw Necromancer on cycle, like turn one of any cycle, is just
Oh yeah,
too
true.
many. So the Synapse Necromancer is nice for when you kind of miss it for one of the like you get it cycle one, turn one, or cycle two, turn one every time. So
Hmm.
it's never dead. It always upgrades something.
Well, and also something that I'm just noticing about this is it does say you may move one of your exalts,
Yes,
whereas Ator is you can move any exalt, right?
that is true. So there's a nerf here. No,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, being just on a creature because Ator, you have to go through the first level by not being able to move anything. So being able to move at levels one and two, like if you're playing against, let's say a Nova Elementalist or like maybe even like a what's it called? I'm completely blanking on some names right now. Um, the not Lycian Rain. It's the one where it's like the Exalt where you get minions and buff them. I'll remember it
Oh
literally as soon
yeah,
as you say it.
yeah.
It's
Glowhive
Glowhive.
Nursery.
Yeah, there we go. Glowhive Nursery as well. Like you could move the Glowhive Nursery into a lane that's already like populated or something like that. You know what I mean? There's
Mm-hmm.
different ways that you could kind of with Ator mess around where you can't with Echo and Gale Carrier. But at the same time, you could free up your Glowhive Nursery to get another minion in with something like Echoing Gale Carrier. So there's
Yeah.
definitely the ability to move your own. Um, might not be as good later in the game, but being able to kind of manipulate your own exalts with like the exalted ability and things like that could be really strong. So I definitely
Mm-hmm.
like this on the creature. And also the echoing modifier at level 2 is +2/+2, and the Gale Carrier modifier at level 2 is +5/+7. So what's your final guesses for what the level 3 is going to do before I put it up on the screen?
I mean, I'm gonna guess just the obvious. They both become activate.
So you think they kind of follow the same like no or Urantia Elementalist and Ator abilities?
Yeah, yeah.
All
Let's do
right,
it.
let's see it. You were correct. So
Mm.
basically, we've got activate to move one of your exalts, and we also have activate to play an exalt for free. So at face value, it's like, oof, they both activate. I can only do one or the other. But like, if you don't have an exalt in hand, being able to move an exalt is nice. If you have an exalt in hand, likely you're going to play the exalt for free because it's just like a free spell. Um, but what are your thoughts before I say anything?
Hmm. Um.
Sorry to put you on the
Yeah.
spot because I know
No.
you're
No.
seeing these for the first time.
No. Yeah. So like, let's see, 20 worth of stats, right? So, um, it's it's not bad. He's gonna stick around for a
Mhm.
while, unless your opponent has Spirit Golem Conclave on the other side.
Oh yeah,
Although, although I guess you could play it in that lane and then move their. Oh no, it's still one of your exalts. It's not.
yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, I did see Justice Blinded's spoiler before the stream started,
Yeah,
and that creature had exalted. When an opposing creature comes into play, it gets Defender this turn.
yeah,
So, like, you could you could yeah move. Well, you could, yeah, if you didn't have an exalt, you could make sure you got an exalt where you had an exalted creature, or you needed um to just move one of them. Yeah, I mean, this is it's definitely exciting.
yeah.
My brain though is not connecting with like where the like exciting possibilities are.
Oh no, but like I think honestly, so something like Echo and Gale Carrier, I think it will be fun in something like Shard King, where you could move around Shard Caverns to give different things breakthrough when it matters. I think with
Hmm.
Ator, if you could have a Betrayer Ator or something that like lets you have Ator with Gale Carrier, which I know, I think it was more than most to mention. Like it's unlikely that there's going to be any reprints of Soulbinds. Um, but being able to move around something like a Glowhive Nursery or even like the General Zareth one. I forget the name of the Exalt itself, but like when a creature dies in this lane, deals 2 damage, gain 2, or like you're being able to
Mm,
move you like your Lewinter, your Mad Lewinter with your Nexus Core. Being able to kind of move stuff around to really like push your strategy forward, I think is going to be really cool. That being said, I'm really excited about trying to pair this with something with like stuff like Spirit Golem Conclave or like the different exalts that like you want to play, but like you want to find ways to cheat them out because
mhm.
like I know my one of my bigger problems I tend to find is that if I don't have ways to play my exalts for free. Um, it's like if I don't have a creature that's going to benefit off of the the enter the battlefield abilities, like in our game, it was like you killed my creature. I went to go play Spiritcon Conclave with nothing in the lane and no creatures on the board, so I
Right.
couldn't buff. So that's the kind of thing where it's like having something like this, where it's like you play the creature, you get to play the exalt, which will then potentially buff like the Gale Carrier. I think like Spirit Golem Conclave is going to be a really fun one. It's one that I'm
Mhm.
going to try to push. Um, I like how Cardboard Newt was like shield node, but
Uh-huh. Oh, here's another one. Okay, so they're gonna make the Yeti Warcaller
mhm,
for when an Exalt moves.
that would be incredible. That would be so fun. Um, and let's see. So there's been some messages that I want to kind of go back to as well to see what people have been saying. So let's see. So more than most mentioned, they hope they see a creature or modifier with activate, ready, and exalt. That would be pretty incredible. Um, so then
Mm-hmm.
also when we were looking at it, Aunt Gaming mentioned that if we have an exalt in hand towards the end of the game, we likely won't have ability to move anything anymore because the lanes will all be full. So that's something that definitely makes sense. Where, like, granted, if you have let's say 3 or 4 exalts out, being able to move one could be nice. But towards the end of the game, with all these exalts that stay on the field, unless you're playing a lot of the ones that destroy themselves, you're likely going to want to have both abilities because one will be useful versus the other in certain cases. Um, so yeah, Cardboard Nude also mentioned Cesarol 2 for stealth. Being able to move that around could be fun. Deep Frost Hills because it only hits opposing creatures. That's interesting. And also Witherfrost Circle. That actually could be a lot of fun. Being able to have a
Mm.
Witherfrost Circle out, move it to another lane so you could then get an upgrade off of the destruction trigger. So there's definitely a lot of really cool ways that you can manipulate this. I think the moving an exalt is going to be very useful for the exalted ability. I'm interested to see what other modifiers we'll see on Gale Carrier that will make it very interesting. So I've noticed a lot of these spoilers tend to have abilities that are a little bit redundant. So it's like we have Echo and Gale Carrier. I know one of my spoilers in the past that was like had to do with spirits. Both had like if you or I can't even remember the name of my own card. This is how tired I am
Mhm.
today. Here, let me bring it up on my phone real quick. That way I can actually reference it. Um, Hold on, I'm finding it. Don't worry. Here we go. Actually, I know where it is. It's on my computer. I'm looking at my phone when it's like literally right in my file explorer. Um, Terror was the one. So let me just share my screen. Yeah, Desecrating
Desecrating
Terror.
Terror.
So that was
Hmm.
one of the cards that I had as a spoiler before, which again I'm sorry I forgot the name of my spoilers already. But Desecrating Terror had a deploy if you have a spirit in your banished pile, you get to buff one of your creatures, and also deploy if you had a spirit one or more spirit in your banished pile, you may destroy a minion. So it's like we're seeing a lot of these redundant abilities on these spoilers, which is really cool. But I'm interested to see how some of these modifiers from other like cards that we're seeing will really like help buff Gale Carrier to be cool.
And
So
energizing Gale Carrier could be great.
ooh, yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, so I think this is going to be an interesting card. I also like how the images I have are like the uncut version, so we got the nice square corners for the people who like their misprints. Because I think what they do, if I'm not mistaken, is they print them with the extra border and then cut them. So that way, if it's cut off center, you still have the rounded edges. But I know on one of my last spoilers for Desecrating Terror, Fletch sent over the one that was like square corners, and then the day before he was like, "Oh yeah, here's the one that has the cut corners." So that's why these have little extra square borders, and part of me just really wanted to point that out because I think it's fun. Um, but yeah, like Euronti Elementalist is one of my favorite cards from the Tempest side, just because being able to play free stuff like is really fun, and being able to have something like Gale Carrier that you could potentially hopefully pair with something like a Uranti Elementalist would be extra fun, because it's like you can play extra spells. You can basically, if you have both on the same board, like playing an Exalt then play a spell would be really cool. But again, you have to have enough of a spell count and an Exalt count to take advantage of both. But this makes me wonder if we'll actually see Uranti Elementalist in the next set as a result, because I would be surprised if they had this redundant ability with Uranti Elementalist being out there as well.
Yeah, yeah, and it is interesting that spell is more general than exalt.
Yeah,
So like, are they completely getting rid of spell? A spell as a category is would be interesting.
that's a good point. Like, I know they're definitely pushing exalts with exalted and things like that. So I know when I was talking to Fletch at Gen Con before like all these spoilers started, he was like, "You're gonna find that sets 2 and 3 pair very well together, and you're gonna really want to play them together." And after he said that, and we started seeing all these like exalted and exalt abilities and things like that, like I was just like, "All right, I see where he was going." And there's probably going to be
Hmm.
other cool synergies between the two sets, but like if you really want to take advantage of some of these cards, like the exalted abilities, having the ability to play free exalts, like I'm likely going to want to pair a deck that has Gale Carrier or Echoing with something from set 2. Otherwise, it's just basically dead unless you have exalts or things like that in your set 3 deck. Um, but I definitely, the more I see from the last winter, the more I'm like really hyped, because the art's insane, like really cool. I think that the abilities of these cards are going to be a lot of fun, and it's really going to shake up how we play the game. So it's just,
Yeah,
I'm hyped. I just can't wait till
you
next year already.
you registered for the set three kind of preview tournament,
I
right?
did. Did you?
I did, yeah.
So for everybody who hasn't seen, let me bring this up real quick, because I think that's a really good point. So let me see if it's in the news, maybe. Um,
So it's
yes. Yeah,
coming up
here it
pretty
is.
soon.
So I'm going to share my screen to the website from Stoneblade. So let's go. All right. So basically, there was an article posted a few days ago. So the one thing that's I think people are very excited about right now. So there's this group sealed event that's going to be coming out. So first of all, leading up to the Kickstarter campaign, they'll be hosting several group sealed events on Tabletop Simulator. And these events, players will craft their fuse deck from a shared pool of last winter faction decks. These unique decks are exclusive to these events and will never see a print version. Members of the Stoneblade team will be lurking in these events as well, so you may get the chance to compete against a member of the team. This event will be open to anyone who signed up for the end to get informed for the Upsteading Kickstarter campaign. So anyone who hasn't actually signed up yet to get updates, this is definitely a good opportunity to do so. So basically, what happens is they're going to be running these sealed events. There should be a link somewhere. It might be on the Discord. But basically, they're going to be running these sealed events where you can go through and play some of the new last winter decks. So there's an event that they posted, which I've already signed up for. Let's see how many people are signed up for it. So it's on October 8th. So it's in a couple weeks from now. Basically, what's going to happen is they're going to give the same 16 faction decks as like we mentioned. All you have to do to take part is subscribe to the Upstarting Kickstarter, and then right now there's 19 out of 64 people. So I'm just going to take this link and I'm going to post it into the Discord. Oh, Eli's already done it. You're a hero. So I'll pin this as well. So yeah, definitely what I would say is if you are interested, sign up, because I have a feeling once more people see this, this might fill up. This is going to be just a really fun event to be able to try the new set. So thanks for bringing that up, Carl, because I think that's a
Hmm.
something I didn't even think about to mention. I know, as Cardboard Newt mentioned, they are going to be doing their digitized desktop game against Any Two Will Do. So that's Mundungu and Cardboard Newt versus Shadow and Ankh Gaming. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think they're starting very shortly, so we should probably wrap up in a minute. But I would say definitely go check out that stream. Justice Blinded also did a spoiler video on YouTube today. So if you search Justice Blinded, that will get you to his video. Actually, what I'll do real quick as well before we get off is I will post the thing in the chat. But here's his channel. For anyone who wants to see the videos right here. Definitely would check it out to see their spoiler as well. And then, yeah, I think my team's digitized dust up event will be sometime tomorrow evening. So we'll post there, but it's going to be me and More Than Most against Church and Fizzlesticks. So that'll be a lot of fun. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and Carl, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
Yeah, and then one more time, I'm putting it back up. Here is the spoiler that I had. So Echoing Gale Carrier, definitely a really cool card. Basically a mix of Ator and Urantia Elementalist. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Once again, thank you, Carl, for joining. Make sure you check out, like I said, Cardboard Newt's stream as well for the digitized dust up, as well as Justice Blinded's YouTube for the his spoiler. So actually, the one last thing I'm going to do before I get off is to put the link to Cardboard Newt's Twitch channel, because I assume Sam, you're the one who's going to be streaming it, correct? Or Ben, are you going to be doing it as well? I'll put both just to be safe, and then we'll get off of here. So Cardboard Newt. All right, so Cardboard Newt is right here.
I'm muted
So
now.
go there.
Did you
So yeah, so anyone who wants to go watch some more SolForge, jump on the Cardboard Newt's Twitch right now because they're about to start, and then NathasGaming will be recording it and putting it on their YouTube tomorrow. So thank you everybody, and see you next time.